Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where for the first time in over 2 years, I'm back at one of my favourite theme park resorts in Europe. Welcome to my day one vlog from PortAventura. It is wonderful to be back here and I can't wait to get back on one of my all-time favourite roller coasters. It is of course Shambhala. Along with that, in this vlog I'm going to be heading around the park, getting back on all of my other favourite rides including Dragon Con, Furius Baco, Hurakan Condor and many more. I'm going to be filming 2 different vlogs from the main park. I'm also going to be visiting Ferrari Land along with the Caribe Aquatic Park as well. So over the next few days I'm going to be sharing lots of videos here from PortAventura. Well, the music's loud and the flags are flying high, and PortAventura Park is decorated for its 25th anniversary. However, the park actually opened 26 years ago. Last year should have been a huge celebration for PortAventura, but of course due to the global pandemic that has been pushed back through to this year. So they've actually kept up all of the 25th decorations, as we can see here down at the main entrance. It's just so nice to be back here again, hearing the music, seeing the fountains and stepping back into this awesome theme park. I'm expecting it to be very busy. Of course, here in Spain, social distancing measures are still in place, mask wearing as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very different experience to normal, but I can't wait. I'm just grateful to be back here. I can't wait to get back on Chamois Bay, of course. Oh. And as you can see, the wonderful decorations continue here at the main entrance to the park. Loving the gold and blue theme that they've gone for the 25th anniversary. But yeah, I'm really pleased that they decided to keep the decorations up here for its 26th season of operation. Of course, the park opened back in 1995. It's always special when you come to this park and walk through the entrance and get greeted with that view of Shambhala. But it's even more special after everything that we've been through over the past 2 years. Just to see one of my all-time favourite coasters again over there as an awesome backdrop to the park really is wonderful. Oh, it's so nice to be back here at PortAventura. Of course, entering in via the Mediterranean themed area of the park, and things are very different here at the moment in terms of operations. So the park actually closes at 8 o'clock. Even though we're in the summer, of course, PortAventura was always known for its midnight closes, but due to the pandemic things are different. However, after 8 o'clock, a couple of areas of the park do stay open until 11. So far west, of course, the area off to the left that's home to Stampida, the Grand Canyon Rapids and quite a few other rides, that's open through until 11 o'clock, along with the Mediterranean area here, of course, that's got Furius Baco over there, the Intamin wing coaster. So yeah, it's going to be really different to kind of be here thinking, oh, it shuts earlier and certain rides close earlier. I believe Shambhala, that's open through until 9 o'clock. So yeah, I've got all the information on the app that I need. So yeah, I'll kind of give you lots of hints and tips along the way for if you are going to be coming to PortAventura anytime soon. But great to be back here at the park. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to be arriving really early in the morning. I've actually just stepped off the train. So yeah, it's just gone 10 o'clock. Park opens at 10:30 with all the different rides. But I'm going to head straight down to the back because you know what? I want to get on Shambhala. I really want to get back on that coaster. It's a B&M Hyper. It opened here 9 years ago, 2012, on my birthday, the 12th of May 2012. It's a special ride for me and I can't wait to get back on old Chamois Bay. Well, I tell you what, it is awesome to see this view again. The roar of the mighty Dragon Con there. Oh. 2 spectacular B&M coasters right next to each other. And here she is, reunited with Shambhala Expedition to the Himalayas. Can't wait for this. Don't know how long the queue is going to be, but to be honest, I really don't care. I'd wait hours for this ride. It's absolutely spectacular in my opinion, and I can't wait for it. Well, I've missed Shambhala, but I've certainly not missed this big cattle pen queue. The cheers are going. Love that about Spain, especially here at PortAventura. They all get clapping when the ride opens. Whee! Up she goes, up the lift hill. But yeah, of course, it's not quite as bad as normal in here because there is social distancing, believe it or not. But yeah, they are missing like 1 in every row here on the cattle pen. Let's see how long this takes. Here we go. The time has come. Sitting back with these lovely clamshells here on Shambhala. And in terms of the queue, Well, I waited a grand total of 45 minutes. Shambhala's running 3 trains. I'm actually really surprised because, of course, I was waiting in all of the building there. 45 minutes, not too bad at all. I thought I was in for at least a 90-minute, maybe even a 2-hour wait there. Bear in mind, all the express were coming in as well. So yeah, not too bad, quite impressed. It's just great to see Shambhala running 3 trains again. Last time I was here, it was down to 2. So yeah, quite impressed with the operation there. I didn't think I'd be saying that. Towards the front of the train with this one. I couldn't get down near the back, but here we go. It's time for Shambhala. I'm back, baby! Woo-hoo-hoo! Coming into the ampersand there. Woo! Look at the speed hill. Oh! I have missed that ejector air time so much. Woo! Woo! Some nice little airtime hills now. Woo! She's loving it, she's holding onto the seat. Shabby, babe. Woo! Woo! Is this ride still going to get a round of applause 9 years later? Let's see. Woo! Oh, no round of applause. The crowd loved it. There we go. Oh, honestly, that was great. Wonderful to get back on that ride. Honestly, it's riding great, and it's so much more intense than when it first opened. And 3 trains in service as well. Certainly can't complain about that. Shambhala, what a ride. Oh, I'm emotional. Getting back on one of my all-time favourite coasters after everything that we've been through during this pandemic really does mean the world to me. Shambhala here at PortAventura is a spectacular ride. It's a special one for me. It opened on my birthday. I followed the construction of it, and just to be here riding it again, oh, it was amazing. And in terms of the operations, by all means, they're not like up there with Disney and Europa Park. The trains were stacking, but it's back on 3 trains, and yeah, I only waited 45 minutes. When you saw how many people there was in that queue, bear in mind that express is a big thing here at PortAventura. I don't normally like buying paid fast track. This trip, if I need to, I will do it, because of course circumstances are different, but I'm hoping not to, and just carry on enjoying the day like I am. But gonna head round to Dragon Khan next, the B&M coaster, of course, that interacts with Shambhala. Dragon Khan's a B&M sit down. It's one of the originals here at the park, and it opened in 1995. But Shambhala, what an absolute beauty. Can't wait for some more rides on there over the next few days. Well, I do love the iconic entrance sign for Dragon Khan. 26 years old now, this coaster. And yeah, you've got both of the dragons there on either side of the entrance. Been waiting about 15 minutes so far in the queue, just spanning across the little plaza in front of the entrance here. It is advertised at 2 hours, but Shambhala was advertised at 1 hour 50 and it took 45 minutes. So as much as it looks like a big queue, it still is. However, it's not as bad as it normally would be. In here, it's a massive cattle pen, but much like Shambhala, all the social distancing measures mean that it's probably not going to be as bad. Here we go then, on the front row of Dragon Khan. We're in a 3 train service, and yeah, in terms of how long I waited, 90 minutes, an hour and a half. So yeah, quite close to the advertised queue time of 2 hours, but just underneath. Oh, that interaction there with Shambhala. Love it when it's going up the lift hill though, and of course you can wave at all the riders going up on there. So yeah, this is a great intense ride, a fantastic front row ride as well. Look at the views, here we go. Woo! Oh yes, ankle down there. Woo! It's got an awesome first drop into a large loop, here we go. forget just how intense this ride is. Into the small loop now. Love the interlocking corkscrews. There we go, Dragon Con at PortAventura. What a ride. An absolute classic, 26 years old and still an absolute beauty. Dragon Con is such a classic here at PortAventura, isn't it? Some of B&M's best work. It's so intense, really forceful. 8 inversions packed into that fantastic ride that of course was designed by the legend himself, John Wardley. Back then the park was in collaboration with Two Swords and also another company that came together to create PortAventura back in 1995. Hence why John Wardley was involved with the design of such a legendary coaster. Love Dragon Con, the zero-G roll, the dive loop, the interlocking corkscrews. Honestly, it all comes together in a classic coaster experience. It's one of those that when I first saw it in a book as a kid, thought I need to get to that park one day and ride it. And as much as Shambhala now towers above Dragon Con, it's still an absolutely incredible ride. And it was really pretty smooth there. I remember saying a couple of years ago that I thought it was quite rough. Bear in mind, I was on the front row. If you go further back, it normally is a bit more rough around the edges, should we say. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic, that. Really enjoyed it. Nice big boy B&M coaster. They don't build them like that anymore, do they? Now when it comes to celebrating their anniversaries, PortAventura really do go to town. As you can see, you've got the Dragon themed 25 here in the China themed area. Up on the lamppost you've got all the signage as well. And yeah, like, they really do like to celebrate their anniversaries here at this park, which is great to see. I remember coming for the 15th anniversary and all the decor around. But it feels like there's even more for the 25th, which is really nice to see. And you can't beat that view there, can you? 2 big B&M beasts. I love it. It really is one of the best views ever in a theme park, isn't it? One that's normally got blue sky and sunshine. However, not this afternoon. It's a bit stormy here at PortAventura. It's weird to be here actually when the sun's not beaming down, but it means that it's actually not too hot. It's just a nice temperature. Just thought I'd show you some more of the lovely decorations here. Of course, this is the entrance into the China themed area. As we head down that way, it takes us back down towards Mexico. But yeah, really impressed with the decorations. I think they look lovely throughout the park. Well, there's nothing like walking around that corner into Mexico and being greeted by Hurakan Condor, standing at 100 meters, 330 feet, this intimate giant drop tower. I absolutely love it. With this ride, it's not actually covered by Express, so even if you do buy Express here at the park, you will just have to queue up and wait if you want to go on Hurakan Condor. It's kind of how I wish it was for all rides. I mean, like I say, you know my thoughts on paid fast track. I'm not a big fan. This is one of the parks out there in the world that sometimes you just have to get it, unfortunately, to be able to have a good experience. But so far, operations, like I say, haven't been too bad. Yeah, I'm going to be joining the queue shortly for Hurakan Condor after I've got a little bit of food somewhere around here in the Mexican themed area. So I've just nipped into what is one of my favourite venues here at PortAventura. Great place to eat and also grab a snack. And they usually have entertainment in here. Of course, at the moment, due to COVID-19, entertainment offerings are quite limited here at the park. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, I've got some fries, got a nice strawberry cheesecake and a Fanta. It was €11.75 for that. So, you know, pretty reasonable, I would say. Not too bad, but going to tuck in before heading out and getting in the queue for Condor. Well, I think instead of calling it PortAventura, I need to call it StormAventura this afternoon. Just stepped out of La Cantina after having some really nice food. I mean, the cheesecake was divine, really nice. And yeah, come out here and it's absolutely chucking it down. Rides have all stopped and there's a storm ahead. So yeah, them plans of going on Hurakan Condor have gone out the water. And I say that, I think my plans for going on most rides have gone out the water at the moment. It is not looking good. So we'll just have to see what happens with the weather. Can't say I've ever had this sort of weather before inside PortAventura. Well, most of the rides might have closed here at PortAventura, but Stampida is actually still in operation, so I'm going to go and join the queue. It's advertised at 1 hour and 30 minutes, but obviously I'm hoping by the time I get on, the ride might be... Oh, I just walked through a big puddle. Maybe by the time I get on, the rain might have howled off a little bit. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is very rare, a rainy PortAventura. I'm normally quite lucky with the weather when I go to places, but it is what it is, isn't it? Tropical storm. Just been checking the weather app. Looks like we could be in for, maybe the next hour or so, and it should be getting a bit better, so we'll see what happens. But the bad news is tomorrow is also looking similar, so we're just going to have to see what happens, aren't we, with this one. But yeah, I think it's a good time to come and join the queue. So many people seem to be leaving towards the hotels, because of course quite a few of the hotels are located behind the far west area here at PortAventura. Gold River's just around the back here, and a couple of the others. So yeah, I'm thinking that a lot of people are going to leave now, meaning that it might get a little bit quieter later on. But yeah, I'm going to get on Stampida, of course. Great ride. Which track do we choose? Blue or red? Well, to be honest, the queues aren't looking too bad. I think we'll go on blue, shall we? On Stampida. Well, I tell you what, I definitely made the right decision there. The rain has stopped, the storm seems to be passing, and yeah, people are flooding, quite literally, but I'm back into the queue here for Stampida. But yeah, you can choose blue or red from the wagons just there. I'm in the blue queue, been waiting about 7 minutes so far, and the queue's been moving really quick. I mean, it runs 2 trains on each track, and yeah, I've only got to go up this way, so maybe another, I don't know, 10 minutes maximum. So yeah, done really well actually. Here we go on Stampida. I only waited a grand total of 20 minutes. Woo! Well, the storm really seems to be passing now. Rain has stopped. Always love the interaction between the 2 trains on this. Of course, we always slow down on the lift hill because you've got the other 2 trains that just have to, of course, move off the block brakes. And as soon as I've cleared them blocks, we speed up again. Right now. But yeah, it was a really good call coming here. 20 minutes. Opened in 1997, this one. Woo! Give us a wave and make some noise. Here we go. Double up. Woo! Woo! Oh, it's riding good. Double down. Woo! Woo! Through the tunnel. This is where the ride splits off now. We're going to see the red train come the other way. Another great design by the man, the legend, John Wardley. Woo! We'll meet him again with the other train. Woo! Woo! Oh, and it's a blue train win. Lovely. Stampida. Oh, there's the losers. We're still clapping anyway, but we won. What a ride. Love that. That was running great. Well, I can't believe this weather now. I've got my cap back on, the sun's coming out, humidity is once again very high. I tell you what, that ride on Stampida was absolutely brilliant. That coaster was running the best I've seen it in many years. It's a John Wardley classic, and the layout on there is brilliant with the interaction between the 2 tracks. And it was pretty smooth, that was. I mean, PortAventura have been working with Great Coasters International for quite a few years now to actually retrack parts of the ride, and yeah, I thought that was running really well. The layout on there has always been great. It's just been quite uncomfortable. I thought it was mostly due to the train design, but no, that was running really well there. Nice towards the front front of the train. I don't know how it would be towards the back, but no, I was really impressed with that. An awesome ride on Stampida here in Far West. This is my favourite themed area of the park. I love the Wild West feel of it. All the theming, the buildings, the atmosphere around here is absolutely awesome. And you've also got another wooden coaster in this area as well, known as Tomahawk. And you can see that ride there just behind me. It interacts actually with Stampida, and it's a great little family wooden coaster. So I'm going to go and get in the queue for that one next. Well, leading the operation again on this one, front row ride on Tomahawk, and waited just 20 minutes. Quite a quick move of that, running 2 trains. The trains were actually replaced a few years ago, meaning that it's actually a lot nicer to ride now. And you get some great views, of course, over to Stampida. Hotel Gold River over there in the background. That's the big building you can see. And here we go, front row. Oh, you get pushed up into that corner, no banking at all. There's just no banking at all on this ride. Woo! There we go, that's Tomahawk. Lovely. Really nice little family wooden coaster that is. I think it's quite underrated, to be honest. A lot of people don't often talk about it when they come to PortAventura, but I think it's a great ride and I love that interaction with Stampida, especially if that's going at the same time. You can wave across to them trains. And then of course you've got 3 trains all running around that area at the same time. Anyway, it's absolutely roasting now. Humidity is really high. We're going to make my way back into the Mexico themed area and go and join the queue for Hurakan Condor. Really want to get on that. I absolutely love it. As much as it might not be the most intense of drop towers, it's really tall and the views from the top are pretty spectacular as well. Look at how lovely and sunny it is now and how blue the sky is. Gorgeous, isn't it? Some more 25th anniversary decorations. Literally every area of the park gets decorated for the anniversaries here at PortAventura. Love that. Yeah, it's gorgeous now. Honestly, I can't believe it. But yeah, there it is, Hurakan Condor. Cannot wait to get back on this ride. There's 5 towers in total, including 2 stand-up towers and 3 sit-down. You don't get to choose on Hurakan Condor which one you're going to be doing. You have to just wait in one queue and then they actually batch you onto whichever one they need that person on. So yeah, it's a bit of a mystery with that ride. I do wish that it had separate queues, but in a way it does add to the mystery and in some ways intensity of it, because if you're joining the queue and you're a bit nervous, you might get pressured into doing the stand-up, you know, and that kind of adds to it in a way, doesn't it? You know, if you're a little bit scared of these things, it might just give you that confident boost to just give it a go. So yeah, let's go and join the queue for Hurakan Condor, see how long it takes. Good thing is though, from looking at the weather app, it's supposed to say nice now for the rest of the day. Lovely. Well, there's an advertised wait time of 55 minutes for Hurakan Condor. However, it is moving pretty quick. They've been waiting 5 minutes so far and moved a long way. So yeah, hopefully it might be a little bit less than that, we'll see. Great queue line though, this one. Really builds up the atmosphere, all in the trees and with the queue line audio as well. And we load just over there at the bottom of this humongous tower, 100 meters tall. Here we go then, so it's a sit-down ride on Hurakan Condor. And we're gonna get some awesome views. It's my favourite side for the views, of course, of Shambhala. Look at that over there. See how long did I wait? 55 minutes, dead on the advertised queue time, of course they are. any predictions, but yeah, quite pleased with that. Hang on, I was a bit terrified next to me here. Get ready for the screams. Shambhala Dragon Con. The sea over there. Ah, oh, I love it. What a view. Hurakan Condor. It's absolutely huge, this thing. 100 meters. Get ready to drop. Woo! Oh wow, what a ride. Oh, spectacular.
Yes!
Absolutely loved my ride there on Hurakan Condor. Great to get back on that awesome drop tower. It's not really very forceful, but it's more about the sheer size of it, and the views that you get from up at the top are fantastic. And then of course the theme of the ride as well, that Mexican theme, all the snakes on the building. I just think it's got a really nice vibe around it. And in the queue line, when you've got all that scary music building up the atmosphere, you just see people and they're absolutely terrified about going on there. But yeah, brilliant ride. Great to get back on Hurakan Condor. And to be honest, with operations today, I'm pleasantly surprised. With PortAventura, the operations at this park can really vary, and I thought with the COVID-19 restrictions still being in place here in Spain, that the restrictions and everything that's been going on with capacity might have affected ride operations, and to be honest, it really hasn't. Like, I'm quite impressed with what I'm seeing so far. On Hurakan Condor, they were really just getting it sent up, like not messing about at all, which is great to see. Anyway, can I have a bit of a breather now? I've done a lot of queuing today, but it's time for a show. Now, PortAventura is so much more than just a ride park. There's some absolutely awesome shows here, and at the moment, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, shows are very limited here at the park. In fact, there's only a few different shows to see, whereas normally you'd have maybe 15 to 20 different shows throughout the park, whether that be on little stages such as this one you can see behind me, or in big venues. The good news is that the biggest show that we have here at PortAventura World is now back in action, and that's in the big theatre here in the China themed area. Now, it doesn't start for just over an hour, however people are already gathering outside, so I want to make sure that I get a seat to go and see this one. And as long as nothing's changed with the rules here at PortAventura, I'll actually be able to film the show as well. Quite a lot of places don't allow you to record their productions in the parks. With PortAventura, they always have done, so fingers crossed I'll be able to put in some footage from the show. There's normally lots of singing, acrobats, really good set pieces inside this production. One of the best theme park shows out there in a brilliant venue. Like, it's huge in here, so because of social distancing, got to get in the queue early to make sure that I can get a spot in there. But the show's called Around the World. I imagine it's to help celebrate the park's 25th anniversary, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. So I'm going to get in the queue, and yeah, I'll put in some highlights hopefully over the next few minutes.
Yeah, you know that your boss on done when it's time to dance. I'm alive with the shape of you. Washable like a magnet. I feel my heart is falling deep. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in mine, running like a fire for you. I will be on the way. I wanna take you higher.
there from the absolutely spectacular Around the World show. Honestly, it's great to see that PortAventura have still got it when it comes to live entertainment. That was absolutely phenomenal. The lighting in there, the songs, the costumes, the whole production of it, the acrobats was brilliant. It's such an awesome show, and if you come in here to PortAventura, take time out of your day to go and watch it. Like I say, at the moment, you do need to arrive at the theatre early. I'm glad I got there when I did, because I was right down at the front row. As much as I was just sat off to the right hand side, still had an absolutely incredible view of the stage and got lots of highlights there of that production. Thought the whole thing was absolutely brilliant. Can't really pick a favourite part, but just so nice to see live entertainment again back, especially at the theme parks. But yeah, that was absolutely awesome. I loved it. I also really liked how they actually brought people into the venue, of course, because it was themed to going around the world on this aircraft and stopping in different places. They actually had the pilots and cabin crew kind of directing you into your seat as you were going in, which was a really nice little touch with that one. Definitely worth being there early though to get the best views of it, and as much as you can't pick where you sit, they choose where you go. If you're arriving early, you're going to be closer to the stage and get some awesome views. But no, Around the World was brilliant. One of the best shows I've ever seen in a theme park, and it's the lighting for me that does it. They've always been, you know, good with the lighting in these shows, but with that, they've got like these light up LED balls, that's the glamorous way of putting it, that came down from the ceiling and were moving up and down in loads of different motions and dancing with the music. There was like these LED strips that kept moving down. Honestly, it was brilliant and I absolutely loved it. So as I mentioned earlier on in the vlog, PortAventura are running some staggered opening and closing times at the moment. Not really a massive fan of that, but to be honest, I'm just really grateful to be back over here enjoying the park again. But yes, in terms of Mediterranean and Far West, that stays open until 11 o'clock, and the other areas start to close from 8 p.m. So I've come over here to El Diablo to come and have a ride on here, because of course this is one of them rides that will close from 8 p.m. So yeah, I thought I'll have a ride on here before heading round back into Far West, and of course making my way down to Mediterranean for a ride this evening on Furius Baco, the Intamin launched wing coaster. Here we go then, on El Diablo, Trendelamino. So this was one of the original coasters here at the park, opened in 1995. Of course, making it 26 years old. It's an Arrow mine shaft. Now, I've normally got a lot of praise for Arrow rides, however with this one, not a massive fan, but it's a good family coaster. There's nothing spectacular. Trim break the ride, that's what I like to call it, as you'll find out. Lovely sunset this evening here in Spain. Let's go. You do get some nice interaction with the log flume there though. Of course I'll be riding that in the day 2 vlog. Don't think we're going to have time for that before that closes, because I think that's an 8 o'clock close. Whee! Even though it's in Far West. Woo! Whoa! That's genuinely the best part of the ride, just dipping down there. There's been quite a lot of tree clearance around here. Yeah, they chopped quite a few of the trees since I was last here, I've noticed. Not too sure why. Awesome views of Hurakan Condor, and off to the right, Shambhala and Dragon Khan over in China. What a view! Love it when they both interact. And here we go, this is the pointless one now. So we've just climbed a lift hill. What's going to happen? We're going to drop down, and then we're going to drop in some trim brakes. Here we go, get ready for the slowdown. Here we go. Oh, Arrow. Just to take us up another lift hill. Honestly, you couldn't make it up. So nice to be back in this park. Really enjoying being here again. Hello, hola. Hola, PortAventura. I do try. That's about as far as my Spanish goes, unfortunately. Here we go, this is a good drop now. Oh, that view. Here we go. Woo! Woo! Bit of upward helix, helix, helix. family coaster. I do take the mick out of it, but it's alright. And into the tunnel. Oh. Woo. There we go. Oh, it's about 3 minutes long. Nice little family coaster. Shame about the trims. Some on ride footage there from El Diablo, and like I say, it's not the best layout and it's not really got loads of theming around it, but it's not a bad little family coaster. It's alright for what it is. Normally I've only got good things to say about old school Arrow coasters, but with that one I'm not too keen on it, especially after that second lift hill, down a drop and into a trim brake. What's going on there when they designed it? Trim brake the ride, that one. We've got Shambhala over there, trim brake the ride over there, and we've got Tammy down here in PortAventura. So this has been my last ride before the official close at 8 o'clock. And then like I say, 2 of the areas remain open through until 11 o'clock. So that's why I've been saving my ride on Furius Baco until this evening. So let's go and get in the queue for Tammy before it closes. Here we go on the Tammy then. It only took 10 minutes, got cooled down as well. Up the queue, which is good. Of course, queue line's closed now, so just the last couple of trains of people riding on this family coaster. Opened in 1998, this one. Was closed for a year during 2010 whilst they did Sesame Street. Here we go. Woo! Helix, there we go, back round into the station. Not a lot to it, but it's a nice little junior ride. Nice little ride there on Tammy, the Vekoma family coaster over in PortAventura. Yeah, short 10-minute wait for that one. Operations have not been bad at all today, and I'm loving all the 25th decorations around the park. Just here in Polynesia now. And yeah, I think they look great. All the colourful flowers really add some more vibrance to these areas around the park. Well, it's a lovely evening down here in Mediterranean. Honestly, you walk down this area, all the different streets and restaurants and shops, you just feel like, oh, this is it. You know, it's got that homely feel here at PortAventura. Got to say though, in terms of area audio, something that I have noticed is that quite a few of the areas have been lacking audio, or if they have got it, it's not turned up very loud. Same down here in Mediterranean, and that's always been a big part of PortAventura, the audio throughout the areas adding to the theming and experience. So yeah, that's something that, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed in compared to previous visits, especially adding to the themed areas throughout the park. But still, we've got Furius Baco down here. Going to try and grab a little bit of food first, just down here, before I join the advertised 2-hour queue time. That's the problem with doing this staggered closing. Everyone's making their way down this way now, and as much as quite a lot of people are leaving, a lot of people are also riding. Well, they've actually installed some new fountains down on the lake. I mean, they've had some for a long time on there, of course, because normally at this time of year you would get the evening show PortAventura, but due to COVID that's not running. But yeah, they've actually put some brand new fountains down there as well, some circular ones that are really nice. Just had a hot dog down there as well, taking in the lovely ambience of the Mediterranean themed area. Right, it's gorgeous. But yeah, just during the queue now for Furius Baco. Advertised wait time of 2 hours, but we'll see what happens with this. The queue for Express is absolutely massive, and that's all the way down. So, oh, bit of Spanish queue jumping going on there, right on camera. But yeah, let's go and see how long this takes. Well, I've now been queuing for Furius Baco for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I've still got a long way to go. I've done all that cattle pen round the back there, come round this way, then got all this on the left here to go. Honestly, it's pitch black out there now. It's going to be at least another hour, I think, like probably more than the 2 hours that was advertised. crazy, and this queue line is horrible. It's so hot and humid, and no music or anything either. Not even got that iconic soundtrack to listen to. Well, in total, it's took 1 hour and 55 minutes, and I tell you what, it's felt like it. In fact, it's felt like even longer, but it's time to ride Furius Baco at night. I will take you on with the GoPro, but I don't think we're really going to see much other than some flashing lights, so be wary of that. Let's go on. Well, here I am, close to 2 hours later, but I'm on the front row of Furius Baco at night. We're going to be launched at 83 miles an hour, and this thing is very intense. I'm glad that I've got a front row. You're not really going to see much in this POV, other than this white light that shines towards us. But here we go, it's my last ride of the day one vlog. Furius Baco, let's go. Woo! My God, you saw nothing, but that was absolutely nuts. What a way to wrap up the day one vlog. Furius Baco, front row at night. Well, it may have been a nearly 2 hour wait with some pretty shocking operations and even a bit of Spanish queue jumping, but you know what, for that front row ride on Furius Baco, it was definitely worth it. That was absolutely phenomenal. Front row on the outer seat, on the wing, and that was brilliant. There's nothing quite like that launch on Furius Baco. The fact it's a wing coaster, the launch is actually built on an incline. You couldn't see it in the POV there because it was at night, but I'll take you on there in the daytime whilst I'm here this trip, and you'll get to see that launch if you've never experienced it before. But you launch at 83 miles an hour, and then of course go over that little airtime hill before digging down into a trench pretty much for most of the ride. So yeah, no wonder it's pitch black. You see nothing until you come round onto the Mediterranean lagoon and just see all the lovely lights across here. But that was absolutely phenomenal. Just want to say though about Express, on there it was literally 2 rows from the normal queue and the rest of the train was Express. So yeah, you know, the operation on there was pretty terrible, I've got to be honest. Wasn't impressed with the you know, the loading on there either. It was taking a long time to get the trains dispatched, but it is what it is. It was great to get back on there. It's a fantastic ride. All depends where you sit, because don't get me wrong, it's not a comfortable experience further back on the train, but I absolutely love it. It's one of them rides that so many people either love or hate. I'm on the love side, but yes, it can be a bit rough depending on the seats. But there we go, nearly the end of the day. Gonna have a look inside the main gift shop now here in Mediterranean. Let's go and see what merchandise there is. Oh, these are cute over here, aren't they? The PortAventura World bears, €19.95 for those. And of course Woody Woodpecker is still one of the big mascots here at the park, along with the Sesame Street characters. So you'll always find lots of merchandise featuring Woody Woodpecker and Betty Boop and yeah, all them sorts of characters. Still find them here at the park. Very quiet in the gift shop. It's normally rammed in here. Oh, I like this stuff over here. We've got the new Shambhala bag. Shambhala Extreme Experience. Love that. 78 meters. 3.8G, 135 kilometers an hour. Oh, and they've also got the t-shirt there as well. PortAventura World shirt just next to it. Yeah, quite like the new Shambhala top. It's a nice one. Bit of stuff for Dragon Khan over here as well. They've had that same mug for years. I bought that many years ago. Got to be like 10 years ago when I came to PortAventura, if not longer than that. Oh, I'm loving how cute these teddy bears are. There's also one here for the 25th anniversary of PortAventura World as well. Yeah, a really nice stand with all the decorations and balloons for that anniversary celebration as well. Back outside of the park then now, next to the wonderful fountains. I love it because on a morning you walk up to the park, you're so pumped and really excited, and you see the fountains there at the entrance and you're like, yes, I'm here at PortAventura. And on the way out, just a nice way to kind of reflect on the day, seeing them fountains still going strong. But you know what, it's been awesome to get back here to PortAventura World. A fantastic first day. Don't get me wrong, it's been very busy inside there today, but I've actually managed to do all of the different roller coasters. Obviously I've not done Stampida Stampida red side, but I've done Stampida blue, so yeah, I've been on all the 7 coasters here at the park, so really pleased about that. Great to get back on Shambhala, what an absolutely incredible coaster. And I'd say riding even better than the last time I was here. That coaster seems to age really well and has become more intense. Along with that, getting back on Hurakan Condor, that was fantastic. I was a bit worried about the weather earlier on. I thought I was going to get rained off, but you know what? It only lasted for a short amount of time, and it meant that I got that quiet riding on Stampida. It's been a very coaster heavy day today, but it was really nice to catch the fantastic show around the world. That was brilliant. All the acrobats and special effects in there, the dancing, the music. That was a fantastic show, and it was wonderful to see, especially after so many theatres and shows being closed and shows being cancelled. To see a big production like that again in a park was absolutely brilliant. Just want to say the operations, apart from with Furius Baco there at the end, operations have been pretty good. Seeing Dragon Khan 3 trains, Shambhala 3 trains, all 4 running around on Stampida. Operations have been very good actually today, and I look forward to seeing what they're like tomorrow here. You know, with Furius Baco, it's clear that with the Express they were letting way too many up, and that is the problem with Express here at this park. You know, you don't need to have it to have a good day, because I've had a great time today without it, but it can certainly enhance the experience. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But of course I've got lots of other rides to get on. Water rides, Tatuki Splash, Silver River Flume, the Rapids, 3 big water rides that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. We'll catch one of the other shows, Bang Bang West, that's on, so I'd like to see that. It's like a Wild West stunt show and much more. But there we go, that's all for my day 1 vlog here from PortAventura World. I'll see you tomorrow for the day 2 vlog here from this absolutely fantastic amusement park located in Spain. Thank you very much for watching Theme Park Worldwide, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. I'll see you tomorrow here at PortAventura.